Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit since I've posted a video, but I just haven't really felt very creative lately. I've just been in like a weird mindset with my creativity, so I just decided to take a little break. But this video, obviously, if you could not tell by the title, this is like a little update on my AncestryDNA that I did. And if you haven't watched the video, there's going to be the little icon up at the top right that you can click on and you can go watch that video. But essentially what that video was I did the AncestryDNA like genetics, like heritage kit. And it's kind of similar to like 23andMe, but I decided to do that, and I pretty much just went through all of my results and like what it told me about and everything like that. So if you want to check that out, make sure to go and check out that video. But with this video, I'm actually gonna be talking about like my updated results. So when I first did this, there was like 5 or 6 different ethnicities that were grouped up that I had. And I'm gonna go over kind of what those are really quickly, but there were the 5 or 6, and it like told you a lot about like those countries and everything, like those regions and stuff. And I noticed that when I was checking, like I would check back and like they would notify me when it would like update. And so whenever I would check back, I kind of noticed that my numbers were changing a little bit. But when I checked it a couple days ago, my numbers had like significantly changed. There were a lot more regions, a lot more ethnicities that showed up. So I just kind of thought I would update you guys on it. I think it's really cool. A lot of them are still the same, but a lot of the groups have kind of broken up into their own separate ones. So I'm gonna kind of go through all of that. I'll give you a quick recap on the like the first round that I did, and then we'll dig into like the most recent stuff. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put all of the results on each side of me. So like I'm kind of gonna go back and forth, but I'm gonna put like the first like test, I'm gonna put it right here, and then the second test is gonna go right here, so you guys can kind of see it and compare it, because I'm kind of gonna go back and forth and I might get confused and not say which one is which, but I'm gonna put it on both sides so you guys can kind of see the difference between them. Okay, so with the first round, here's like a little screenshot of everything that popped up. But originally it told me that I was 48% English, Wales, and Northwestern European. I was 35% Irish and Scottish, 11% Germanic Europe, 3% Spanish, 2% Norwegian, and 1% Portuguese. But with the updated one, which I'm gonna put right here, it's actually telling me that I am 36% English and Northwestern European. So like the Welsh isn't even in it anymore. I'm 26% Irish. I'm 13% Germanic Europe. I'm 8% Scottish, 7% Welsh, 6% Portuguese, 5% Swedish, 3% Norwegian, and 2% Spanish. So you can tell that these definitely changed a lot, because originally there was only like 6 different categories, but now everything has been broken down more. So I'm not just like 40% of 3 different regions. I'm like, it's a little bit more broken down and it's a little bit more detailed, which is honestly super nice, because you get a little bit better of an area and like a better idea of like where your ancestors came from. But I will say one thing that really kind of stuck out to me, in like my own opinion, is when you see like the basic screen of like every region that is popping up. So it's kind of going to look like this. But when you see every region like that, you're actually going to see a little button kind of towards the bottom, and it says see other regions tested. And then it says like 1100 plus other regions. So when I click on that, it looks like this. And so this pretty much says, it says AncestryDNA tests for all 1100 plus regions listed below. You are linked only to the regions that appear in your estimate. This is just a list of the regions we test for. So there's like 6 different regions that they test for. So there's Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Pacific Islander, and West Asia. But it pretty much shows every single region that is tested. But one thing I kind of wish they would have done is if you click on, like, let's say I clicked on Europe, it doesn't show the color of like your region, because like, let's say that I was just hypothetically, I was Cyprus, and I click on it, that color doesn't pop up. It still shows that it's like grayed out. So I kind of wish if you were like clicking on that, you kind of got more like color so you can kind of see like where it's at. I did think that was really interesting because you can click on see other regions and it will give you basically all 1,100 plus countries that they test, and you can see like where all of these regions are at, and like you can see like all of like, it'll give you like little bits of like information, it'll give you like different countries and stuff like that. But I do really like that if more people in your family take this test, or they start to get a little bit more detailed answers or anything like that, your information automatically updates. So for me, I didn't touch this for a month because the last time I looked at this was when I made the first video. So this is just really interesting to kind of see that no matter what happens, it's consistently going to keep updating. But also I was kind of surprised that, one, I'm part Swedish. I didn't see that coming because that wasn't on my results last time. I will say that in the first video, a lot of people watched that video, and I was so grateful for that, for one. And a lot of people started commenting on the video. And let me just say, I am the worst when it comes to responding to YouTube comments. But a lot of people started commenting and saying that this is where they're from, and this is like how they did it, and this is what they liked from it. And honestly, I thought that was so cool, because I think learning about our heritage and learning where we come from is honestly so important. I think it's one of like the most important things to learn about when it comes to your family and like yourself, because you learn a lot about who you are and even who like your family members are. You learn a lot about other people when you learn about your history. So for me, learning about my history is very important to me. I find it very interesting, and I find it very helpful, because for me, I learn a lot about who I am through where my ancestors came from. I don't really know a lot about them, but I've been learning more and more every day now that I've been doing AncestryDNA, and I've been like just looking on Ancestry by itself. I've looked more into like who my great-grandparents are and my great-great-grandparents and where they immigrated from and how they like lived their life. But like I said, a lot of people were commenting on it, and I was so happy to see all of the responses that people were like, this is where I come from, and this is how it works, and this is what I liked most about it, or this is what I kind of wish would have been improved with AncestryDNA. I honestly really appreciate all of the people that have been commenting, especially on that video, and even the people who took their time to watch that video and just kind of learn about it, because I know that it's a pricey thing to do, because AncestryDNA is a little bit pricey, especially if you did like 23andMe. To be honest, I would not recommend doing AncestryDNA unless it's like they do like the annual like deals and stuff like that where they like discount the kits. That's really the only time that I would recommend doing it, because that's when I bought it, and it brings that price down a lot more. Like I said, I personally learn a lot from this, so I want to continue updating this channel with everything, because I do find it very interesting, and I love sharing the knowledge that I learn, especially when it comes to my family. Again, I really appreciate everyone who has started that conversation. I really do appreciate it. And honestly, I hope you guys continue having that conversation, because I feel like we all need to have that conversation, especially when it comes to our own family members. Have that conversation with them. But for the most part, that's really all I'm gonna do for this video. I just wanted a quick little update. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer than I anticipated for the video, but like I said, I really appreciate you guys having that conversation. If you guys want to see more like this, you want to see me do more AncestryDNA stuff, make sure to give me a big thumbs up on this video. I would genuinely appreciate it so much. And also, while you're down there, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I never know what side it's on. I think it's gonna be on this side, but make sure to hit that red subscribe button so you can always see more of my updated videos. And if you want to see that original AncestryDNA video that I did, again, I'm going to have it in the little icon up at the top right, as well. It's going to be at the end of the video, so you can also click on it there. It'll also be down in the description box below, so you have all of the ways to go and watch that video. But like I said, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment telling me if you watched the original video, and 2, if you have done AncestryDNA. I want to know your guys' results. I want to continue that conversation. I want you guys to be able to talk about where you come from and where you think is super cool that you're from, that maybe you didn't even know about. So subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on all my social media, because I love being on social media. So you should go and follow me. It'll all be on the next screen. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.